Okay, online students, can you please switch on your camera? We have Vikrant, Suyog, and Mohit. Okay. So actually we had started at 2:15, but then we had two links. So I was on another link. In fact, like I was asking in the class also that we have not received. Okay. Okay. So you all three attend classes online only, or anybody who is like offline or? Yeah, Mohit.
Online.
Online. Okay. So we are discussing on the
class
need
offline.
of. Sorry, Vikrant.
I am going to attend the class offline. I just needed few days to relocate in Pune, so I am doing this lecture, first 2 or 3 lectures online.
Okay. And Suyog, what about you?
Offline.
Offline. Okay. If you really want concrete results as far as in soft skills. Okay. Now we are discussing why we need to study soft skills. Okay. So that is what we were just discussing. So, but before that, going into the details, I want to show you one video. Please go through that video and we will have a discussion around that video. And probably that will give you more insight that why we need soft skills. So allow me to share that video with you all. So everybody can see the video. Everybody can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Watch this video carefully. So can somebody explain me what this video is about?
The video is about it shows the business world, how business world runs, because if you're starting a new business, if you are entering into a business, there always will be a volatility in the business. There always be a complexity, uncertainty and ambiguity. You have to keep all these four things in your mind while running the business, and you have to make decisions on the basis of considering all 4 points in the business.
Very good. Anybody else? Okay. Harshad? Mohit? You can say yes, no, very good, whatever.
Sir, I had a network issue. My Wi-Fi was not connecting, so I couldn't see the whole video.
Okay.
So the video has shown the quality which a businessman or a working professional should possess to be successful in life.
So, you know, just let me share this. So in soft skill classes, we work on a principle of this. We work on a principle of $70 and $30. You know what is the meaning of 70 and 30? It means that 70% of the time is that okay? We are not doing any kind of प्रवचन. आप आए हो, हाथ फोल्ड करके बैठे हो, महाराज जी बोल रहे हैं, फिर सबको प्रसाद मिलेगा, सब लोग घर जाएंगे, ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं है. आपको बोल रहा है. इसलिए आप लोग जब भी सॉफ्ट स्किल की क्लासेस में आओ, कुछ खा पी के आओ कि आपके पास एनर्जी रहे. ठीक है? आप क्या बोलते हो उससे मुझे मतलब नहीं है. आप बोलते हो, मुझे बस उतने से मतलब. Clear? Everybody online?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am least concerned about what you are saying. I am only concerned about that you are saying something. Because once you are saying something, then only I can suggest that, okay, this is good, this needs improvements, this I think you should avoid that. But first you have to speak. The second thing, I believe that even during the batch launch itself, I had highlighted that please, if you are attending your classes online after paying so much of amount, fees and everything, at least fix these small things, internet and all, you know. If you imagine the value of each and every class in terms of that money, in terms of that freedom, I don't see if you can calculate that anybody will who loves his or her money will afford such kind of thing, that internet is not working or mic is not working or camera is not working. Okay. So please involve yourself, please speak, please give your views, so that, you know, we can understand that what kind of person you are, so that accordingly I will help you. Right? So yeah, what's your opinion on this video that we have just seen? आप इंग्लिश में बोलो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता गलत सही से. ट्राई करो इंग्लिश में बोलो.
We should open ourselves.
Yes.
For adapting changes in.
Okay. Okay.
Changes happening in the world. We should move of them.
So how you will move?
Think out of the box.
How you will think out of the box?
Means our knowledge, our skills should be not with group or with people. Think differently.
Okay. So everybody is going for vaccination, so I will not go for vaccination. I mean, this is also different, right? This thought is not different. All my classmates, they are registering themselves on this COVID app and all, and they are going for vaccination, so I will not. I want to think different. You mean to say that? No. Then what do you mean to say? So, you know, whatever you speak, it should be so concrete that nobody can manipulate your words. And in a way, if you say, it says that you should be open for multiple interpretations. If you are saying something, you have certain thoughts in your mind. Then, but how I am perceiving that information, it's purely my choice. Right? So,
This world is complex.
So
you have to adapt according to the world. And complexity means you have to change yourself in what manner that you will be at that position that no one gonna replace you from the position you have.
Okay.
So survival of the fittest.
Huh?
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest is the law of jungle. Right? It's not, survival of the fittest is not for a civil society where we are. However, you are entitled to your own pain, because why I'm saying this, you know. So I remember during my MBA days, you know, like when I was in Bangalore, we had a debate on this, survival of the fittest. And I was opposing this statement. However, I won the prize. And I said this, that survival of the fittest is the law of jungle. Otherwise, why government should provide 5 kg free grains to everybody? They will say, if you can eat, you survive, otherwise you die. Can we say something like this to that handicapped person who cannot stand? But because God has sent you on this earth like this, so you suffer. So it's not about the survival of the fittest. It's about being fit to survive. Okay. And that journey from being unfit to fit. And that is why I discussed something called as discipline. That there is something called as soft skills. Your approach, rather than thinking about the problem, you are thinking about the solution. Right? Now, there are two kinds of people. They think about the problem. Oh, this is the problem. But then what is the way forward? Right? So the moment you have that approach, okay, then, and that approach comes from your soft skills. So this video is about that ability to develop that attitude because of volatility, because of complexity, because of ambiguity. How come ambiguity? Because you may be working in a system, in a company, and because of certain circumstances, it may happen that you may be asked to move to a different team, in a different profile, in a different timeline, different shift. Are you willing to do that? Right? So, you know, like armed forces. I believe they worked in the most ambiguous environment. They don't know when that bullet will come, from which direction will come, what will happen. These policemen, are they aware that there is going to be a bomb? Somebody will call and tell them. No, but then the kind of ambiguity is there. They are not aware about the next thing, but they are prepared every moment, every time. And again, this comes from the discipline, which is a part of your soft skills. If you know your art, if you know your skills, let it be. So if I'm a confident person who is handling derivatives setup of the company, and tomorrow if the company asks me for some time to take care of a trade life cycle kind of thing, I should do it. Or you can always write that email that no, this is not, so I will not do it. Then they will say, okay, go out. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there is such kind of environment, there is a lot of ambiguity, there's a lot of complexity. We don't know who is doing what. You are in the office, you don't know whom to approach for certain things. Maybe this is just second day of your job and you don't know whom to approach for what. But probably if you have a soft skills, if you have a proper thought process, you can always say, hey, excuse me, this is the problem I'm facing. Can you help me? Whom do I should connect here? And somebody will guide you. No. So you go to that office, there is this lady or this gentleman, please meet him. You explain the situation, they will resolve you, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that openness has to be there. Okay. Anybody else? They want to explain any idea from your side about the video? So how you will execute? Have you faced any difficult situation? Not yet. Lucky guy. तो कैसे अडॉप्ट करता है चेंजेस को? Okay.
This video was about complexity, ambiguity, which these factors which will help to improve business, various factors which will help the business to run successfully.
So what is your learning out of this video? What is that you have learned?
Understand these factors and have the knowledge of them.
Okay. So now, so we have seen the video. Now, I'm going to discuss 4 tools of success. And in that process, how these 4 tools will elevate your personality, how they will help you to elevate your thought process, your overall attitude towards certain things. So the 4 tools that I'm going to discuss, they are. So any question as of now? Anybody wants to ask anything? Any question? No questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Like see in our classes, it's more of involvement it's more of discussions. I do not come with some formulas kind of slides that I will share. You will take a note and you will follow. Also, you will not find any exact place or situation to apply these learnings. Rather, what you have to do your analysis on your own, that this is what we have discussed in the class, how it is going to help me, what kind of situation this can be applied, right? So because see, I'm not teaching you any mathematical formula. Because see, once you learn that formula, that mathematical formula, you go and you solve certain problems around that formula, right? And in that process, you gain confidence, you gain experience, and by the virtue of that experience, you gain confidence. And that helps you to get command over that particular formula. But in soft skills, we do not have any such thing. So you have to really involve yourself in a way to really, to really check that where you can apply these learnings. If intentionally you are not putting that effort to apply these learnings, this will become obsolete. You will forget after some time. So by the time you are completing your course, you will be like, oh, yeah, he has taught something like this, but then I don't know. So you have to look for that, where you can apply. Okay, what kind of situation these things can be applied. If you are not finding it, you should come to me and you should ask me. Okay. So now I'm going to discuss these 4 tools of success. So online students, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the first tool is SWOT analysis. Now, what is SWOT analysis?
The strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats.
So, what is your overall understanding about this concept? What is your understanding about this concept?
It's a complete analysis of what is strength, what is our strength, what are our weaknesses, and what are the opportunities that we get, and what are the threats to us that we have to tackle in future.
Okay. So let us do one thing. I want each one of you to tell me one character that resembles you, or where you feel like that it's more of me. It can be any, I mean, it can be any hero from Bollywood, maybe any academician, whoever. Can you find one character for yourself who resembles you? Harshad?
My favorite cricketer, Virat Kohli.
Who is that?
My favorite cricketer, Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli. Okay. So for Harshad, it's Virat Kohli.
For me, Tyrion Lannister, the character in the Game of Thrones.
Okay. So I'm not aware about that. So you need to talk a little bit about so that I can also relate. So this
Tyrion Lannister is one, and sometimes the society, his parents or his surroundings, misbehave with him because of darkness, and but he is very intelligent by mind and very soft spoken and very he's very kind of he's very soft guy from the heart and can play games, mind games with others, and he betrayed by many people.
okay. Because of his goodness, many people are betrayed. Yeah.
I can relate to it.
Okay. Okay. Anybody from online? Can you write in the chat box? Harshad, please write this in the chat box. Okay.
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma. MS Dhoni. Okay. Deepika Padukone. PV Sindhu. Okay. Nobody has replied in the chat box. Vikrant, Mohit. Okay. Okay, Gautam Adani, very good. Very good. Now, what I want is that each one of you, please write strengths of these personalities. Write the strengths of these personalities that you have mentioned, Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni. And I want to see, or I mean, this is for more of for you that can you, so whatever the strengths that you write for Virat Kohli, do I see those strengths in me? Okay. So let us write the strengths for these idols, whoever they are, and then let us compare. Okay. So online students, we are going to have some power issues. So if in case all of a sudden the class gets disconnected, you need to bear it for some maybe 15-20 minutes. So just an information from my side, because we are experiencing some power issues here. Okay. So see again, who is your favorite character and what's your strengths? क्यों?
किसी के साथ रिलेट कर सके इस कैरेक्टर में बहुत जल्दी।
तो आप अपनी फेवरेट हो, आप मतलब स्पोर्ट्स भी नहीं देखते, मूवीज भी नहीं देखते, कुछ फिर कौन है आपका फेवरेट?
एक्टिंग अच्छी लगती है, मैं उनके साथ रिलेट नहीं कर सकती।
अच्छा वो रिलेट नहीं कर पाते, भगवान ही मालूम है कि बात है। हाँ, ओके।
So strengths are the discipline, dedication for the team.
Yes.
And then weaknesses, whenever the.
So now the question is, do you have the same for your?
I full dedication as she pursued for the.
Okay, so how much? 50%?
Yes, 50%.
And how much we need?
100%.
Okay.
Present.
Yeah, we are discussing only strengths as of now. We'll discuss weakness later. Okay. So what are the strengths? By the way, how you get this confidence? ये कहीं मार्केट में मिलता है क्या? जाके हम ला सकते हैं? नहीं. कैसे होता है? कॉन्फिडेंस कैसे आता है? Talking, okay. Okay. So we all agree on this, that you should have the knowledge about certain. So it's more of that knowledge and experience. So maybe if I am someone who wants to swim, now I will never ever get that confidence by sitting on near that pool. Okay. So I have to go inside. I have to try. I have to put some efforts. Once slowly and gradually I'm able to do this, then only I will get this confidence to say that yes, I can swim. So you have to get into that process. Okay. Yeah, please tell me.
Time management.
Time management. Okay. Okay. So that is about Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Okay. Your strengths, I mean.
It's the most hardworking athlete.
Okay. Okay. What?
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma. So what are his strengths?
The bold decision maker and the captain.
Okay. So how many of the traits of Rohit Sharma, I mean, which are the traits that you can relate with yourself? मतलब उसके कुछ ऐसे करेक्टर या कुछ ऐसे ट्रेट्स हैं जो आप रिजेंबल कर सकते हो, जो आपके अंदर भी है? आप भी कूल हो. So you know, all these names that we have discussed, please try to go and watch their interviews. Try to read about them, how they have actually, how they have come to this level. What is the kind of journey that they have covered till date in their life? Now, why I'm saying this, because if directly I ask you what are your strengths, it is really very difficult for an individual like us to find out that what I'm good at. But probably the idea was just to give you a mirror. And what I wanted you to just see yourself in that mirror in form of Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, or PV Sindhu, or whoever is there. And then just try to see that, do we have something like that with us? So that we can work on that, right? So coming back to this topic about SWOT analysis, why we need to do this SWOT analysis? Because this world has multiple opportunities for us, right? But then which one is the best for me? That you can decide only when you know yourself. And here, this one concept comes into the picture, and that is called as so what is KYC? So I say know yourself, right? By the way, what is KYC? Know your customer. Definition.
Document verification.
And why we need to do this? Why we need this process called KYC? What is the need of this?
For security reasons.
Okay.
Customer is genuine or not? Customer is genuine or not?
Okay. Okay. What else?
To avoid frauds.
Yes, yes. The same way, if you know yourself, you can minimize, or you can, you can avoid those frauds which may happen with you. And hence, knowing yourself, and how you will know yourself? By SWOT analysis. Right? So what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What is the opportunity that this world? So in a way, what I want to tell you is that as an individual, we must do this introspection and try to find out that what are my strengths? And your strengths and weaknesses, they are within you. This is more of that inside that person. So this is your, invisible traits. Okay. And these strengths and weaknesses will take you to opportunities and threats. So maybe if I'm someone who has certain strengths, so that strength will help me to explore my opportunities in that particular field. For example, if I am someone who is an MBA in finance, so based on that knowledge, I can see a future myself in investment banking. So my strength is MBA in finance, and the opportunity through this is, for me, is investment banking. Right? Again, it's not that MBA finance can go only into investment banking. You can go into multiple things, but then there is something where I relate most. Right? In the same way, your weaknesses, that your characteristics, your attributes, which basically stops you from doing something, which works like a more of barrier into your personal growth. And because you are having those weaknesses throughout your life, they will always create some threat for you. For example, so you are someone who has this habit of delaying the things, right? So maybe if you are not able to submit your assignment, procrastination. So maybe if you are not able to submit your assignment in time, so this is purely because of your weakness that you do not have control over time. But as a threat, what it can be, maybe if you can score, you will score 0 in that particular assignment, and you may fail in the examination, and hence you will not get promoted. Right? But the best part of this SWOT analysis is that you always have this opportunity to convert your weaknesses into strengths. And the moment you convert your weaknesses into your strengths, you convert that threat into opportunity. Right? So many people have converted this COVID, which is a threat for us, into opportunity for them. So maybe selling n number of sanitizers, masks, and all. So this is the interrelation between strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threat. Strength is more of your attribute where you are the best, where you can confidently say that this is something I can do, and this is the best thing that I can do. Nobody can match. Right? So maybe if we talk about Virat Kohli, the kind of food habits he has, the way he is passionate about his physique, about his fitness, I think that is something nobody can match him in, at least in that particular area. That is what is his strength. I was watching his one of the video where he says that this was IPL 2009 or 8 or 9. And then I came back and I saw my body in this mirror, and then I realized that is this me? What I'm doing to myself? And that is the day and today. You know, I was just listening to this John Abraham. He said that for the last 15 years, he has not tested gulab jamun. For the last 15 years. So that is the kind of discipline you need. And then probably you have something called as your strengths. So that is the amount of time, that is the amount of effort you need to give. So now what I want is that each one of you to please do your SWOT analysis before we move further. Okay. So write down your SWOT analysis. What are the strengths? What are the opportunities? What are the threats you see for yourself? Can we do this, online students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Yeah. So share your.
My strengths are the time management. Weaknesses is dedication, a bit of laziness, and opportunities is this investment banking plus MBA, which I want to pursue, and threats are future competitors. I think competitors and which field I will.
Okay. So how many of you feel that competitors are threat? Okay. You feel competitors are threat?
Yes.
Or competition is a threat?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
So competition is not the threat, but what the competition is doing better than you is a threat.
Yes, 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 yes. So competition is an opportunity to bring the best out of you. Suppose if you are the only one for the job interview, if there are 100 vacancies and you are the only one for the interview. So even if you are sleeping, you will get the job. Right? So competition is always best thing. It helps you to get the best out of you. So it's never a threat. It's never a threat. Okay. Okay. What about you?
My strength is time management and confidence.
Time management and confidence is your strength. Okay.
English language background.
ठीक है. So you are not comfortable in English communication. Okay.
Opportunities में finance, investment banking.
Okay. So for you, threats may be that because of this English communication, you may miss on the opportunities in the investment banking. Because they need people who can speak in English, right? Who are well versed with English. So they need people like that. So maybe I can miss there. Yeah. Listening. Very good. Okay.
Weakness of communication.
Okay.
Sometimes it's difficult to communicate with someone. That's laziness.
So
not given the opportunity.
okay. Hard work. I don't feel that hard work is suitable for you. Okay. What do you mean by time management? What do you mean by time management?
Working on time. Utilize your time in a productive way.
To complete the important task first.
Very good. And what are your weaknesses? Okay. So English communication, you
Not English.
overall. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Okay. We'll just start.
Strength is I'm honest and sincere person, and my weakness is confidence.
Confidence. Okay.
And I perform sometimes under confidence.
Okay.
And low communication skill. And opportunities are working with bank or company organization. And also get the opportunity to overcome my weakness from this with the help of you, sir.
No, definitely. Okay. Okay.
So I am honest and hardworking person. And weakness is communication skills, low confidence, and patience. Opportunity, investment, and my strength are my 100%. Only strength I have. Weaknesses are many. I'm biggest procrastinator, sir, according to me. I work easily, and I don't have patience, sir, for anything. Sometimes I never come out of my comfort zone. Okay. My weakness, sir. I get theory and advice seriously. If someone is dominating me, I fail to convey my message to him. I sometimes fail. Very introvert person. And sometimes I fumble to talk with the people and not have fun. Worst time, worst.
These are our weaknesses.
These are my weaknesses.
Okay. What's your name?
Venkatesh Karwa.
Venkatesh. Venkatesh?
Karwa. Karwa.
So Venkatesh, let me tell you that what is your qualification as of now?
Sir, right now I'm pursuing MBA from Sierra Institute of Management.
So MBA, what for first? I mean, like first year, second year.
Second year, third semester. Right now, I'm first semester.
You will be the first one to get the job. You will be the first one. Mind my words. Write down somewhere. He will get the job first. It's not that, but see, the moment what we say that, I mean, and this is just on the psychology part of it, I'm saying that the moment you are able to write your problems, clearly, it means that you can solve those problems. He has been very candid about all his weaknesses. He has really explained them. So that is what I see the best. Now, the moment you realize this, that, oh, this is the weakness that I have, then probably the next step is that how I can work. Right? So it's a very good sign. This is a positive sign. So, and just you meet me, I have few students from your college. I have taught them, they are placed now. There are many. So we'll connect you with them as well. They will help you. So try and see that if you can write your problems clearly, even if in your life, just even after these classes as well, even personal, professional, anytime if you are facing any challenge, just try to write that. The moment you are able to write them clearly, you will get the solution. You don't need any teacher, any trainer, any guide. Just you may need in the last 25% or just to take some help, and because in your way you may take some larger amount of time. With the help of a trainer or a mentor or a teacher, you can sort it out in a fraction of hours or days and all. Very good, very good. Yeah, the last one.
My strength is only one. I'm able to do difficult problem.
Yeah.
Due to my father first then I will try to any difficulty. But my weakness is list of due to I belong to English background. Then English background, so many difficulties like communication skills, English. But now I'm trying to all problems I handling, because in weaknesses, my first weakness, I'm not conquer with any things, because I like get things fastly. And in opportunity, I'm freedom to take any decision. Now this my opportunity, and in threats, I am clear about just I want to in just in class. My background is different. I'm not related to finance, but I work in finance.
What's your qualification?
BSc Agriculture.
BSc Agriculture. Okay. And when you completed your BSc?
2019.
2019. Okay. And after that, you have been working with banks.
Yes.
So what's your profile there?
My profile is HDFC Bank, retail agriculture, loan lending department.
Okay. I believe you must have achieved your targets and all.
Yes.
Very good. You know why I'm confident that he must have achieved his targets and all, because the way he's speaking. So the belief on himself, he has a tremendous belief on himself. No language, either English, Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, Farsi is going to stop him. Now, the only thing is that he just to sharpen his skills in terms of investment banking, so that he can answer those basic questions during the interview and he can get the job for himself. And that is our job to do that. Okay. So I promise all my support, all my help, all my guidance to all of you and to you. Okay. Now it is up to you. You can always come, you can always ask, you can always discuss. The more you come to me, the more you discuss, then probably I will be able to help you. Okay. So let us work together as a team wherever possible and achieve our goals. Okay. Fantastic. Anybody from online other than Vikrant? I think Harshad, maybe Mohit, can you share?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mohit, please.
So my strength is that I am having good interpersonal skills. I'm good at convincing people what I'm thinking about any topic and bring them to my side. And my weaknesses is, first of all, procrastination is the biggest weakness I have. And sir, I have very less anger management qualities. Very few anger management qualities. I'm struggling with that in my life. So that is the one thing I consider as my weakness. Yeah. And threats are the dynamic environment. I think the continuously changing environment, job competition in the jobs. And sir, right now the biggest opportunity I have is CBOP. Getting a job from Marticus.
What's your qualification?
So I'm a graduate, BBA graduate from Indore, Devi Halla Vishyavidhalaya, with in a specialization foreign trade.
Okay.
International
so
business.
You are in Pune or somewhere else?
No, sir, I'm in Indore only.
Okay, you are in Indore?
Yeah, sir.
Oh, fantastic. Indore is a beautiful city.
Yeah, cleanest city of India.
Yes. That's why it's beautiful, no?
Yes.
Clean things are beautiful. Okay, very good, Mohit. Okay, anybody else?
Yes, sir. I've done my SWOT analysis, and I get to know that my strengths are attitude of never giving up. Once I've decided to do something, I do it at any cost, whether any circumstances come or any negative person has come and say me that you can't do anything, but I just ignore them and do whatever my mind says to me.
Awesome.
Yeah, my weaknesses are my angriness, because I get angry on silly things, which is hazardous for my health and my career as well. My procrastination, due to which I have got into trouble for many times. So I'm working on that. Opportunities that the skills that I have. So with the help of that skills, that talent, I can grow. So these are the opportunities in front of me. I need to grab and conquer the pinnacle of success. The threats are due to my angriness. I can lose many opportunities. So I just need to focus on that I should not get angry on silly things. And I just need to relax my mind whenever something wrong happens against me.
Okay.
Yes, sir. This is my SWOT analysis.
Very good. I just want to share this one thing.
Yes, sir.
Because few of you have said this, so let me discuss this. So those who say that, that anger management. Okay. So there is something called as love, where you are engaged positively. And there is something called as hate. There also you are engaged, but in a negative way. So the best way is to ignore. Okay. I always believe that there is nobody on this earth. There is nobody on this earth who can destroy you.
Other than yourself.
Sorry?
Other than yourself.
So sorry, Mohit, come again.
So other than yourself.
Yes, yes. So in a way, like suppose if you are there and I'm here, right? Now, I should not get hurt by what you are saying. And to this set of people who have a lot of anger and all, even to today's youth, they have really a lot of anger. I have a small daughter, she gets angry like anything. But there is this one story which really changed my life. That there was this one says, he was, sorry, maybe somebody else.
No, sir.
Okay. I thought it's online. So, he was taking a bath in the river. And he saw, मतलब उन्होंने देखा कि एक जो बिच्छू है वो पानी में डूब रहा है, ठीक है। तो उन्होंने उसको बचाने की कोशिश की, तो उन्होंने उसको ऐसे हाथ पे उठाया, एंड बाय द टाइम उन्होंने उसको ऐसे उठाया, उस बिच्छू ने उन्हें डंक मार दिया, ठीक है। तो उन्होंने उसको छोड़ दिया और फिर से उसको बचाने की कोशिश की। तो जो उनका शिष्य था, जो उनका स्टूडेंट था, वो बाहर बैठा था और उसने कहा, गुरुजी आप क्यों टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो, वो बेकार आदमी है, वो आपको बार बार काट रहा है, उसको बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, आप उसको छोड़ दो, उसको मरने दो। तो साधु ने जो बात कही वो बहुत सीखने वाली है। उसने कहा कि बिच्छू का स्वभाव है डंक मारना, ये उसका नेचुरल एक्टिविटी है, उसका नेचर है, ठीक है। यही उसका काम है, उसकी पहली प्राथमिकता ये कि द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट इट विल डू इज दैट इट विल बाइट यू, एनीथिंग। वो पत्थर पर भी जाके डंक मारता है, ठीक है। सो दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट दिस स्कॉर्पियन विल डू। बट देन एज एन ह्यूमन बीइंग, माय फर्स्ट जॉब इज टू सेव एनी लिविंग थिंग दैट इज गेटिंग डिस्ट्रॉयड और इट हैज एनी प्रॉब्लम। तो जब वो अपना काम नहीं छोड़ रहा है तो मैं अपना काम क्यों छोड़? उसका काम है डंक मारना, वो डंक मार रहा है, मेरा काम उसको बचाना है, मैं उसको बचा रहा हूं। और उस पूरे प्रोसेस में उन्होंने उस बिच्छू को उठा के नदी के बाहर फेंक दिया, मतलब उसको बचा दिया। तो आप जितने भी लोग हो, आप जो भी मेरे स्टूडेंट्स हो, मैं आपसे ही बोलता हूँ, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता अगला इंसान आपको आगे कुछ भी बोल रहा है, आपको मतलब बोल रहा है कि तुम दुनिया के सबसे खराब आदमी, उसको आप फोल्डेड हैंड होकर बोलो कि भाई साहब आप जितना खराब सोचते हो उससे 10 गुना ज्यादा मैं खराब हूं, और प्लीज थैंक यू फॉर द कॉम्प्लीमेंट, राइट। So this happened with me. Like I was working with a company, with Reliance, and there, there was some tussle going on, and I had written some really long emails. So the lady told me that, you are writing anything without thinking. And in the beginning she had said that, you have said this, this is logical, this is illogical kind of thing. And at the end she said that you are writing anything without thinking. मैंने उसको इतना रिप्लाई किया, थैंक यू मैम, आई टेक दिस एज एन कॉम्प्लीमेंट दैट इवन आई कैन राइट विदाउट थिंकिंग। She was like, and then she has really come to me and she said sorry also. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you are cool, calm, you will come out of that. Don't react, respond. There's a difference between reaction and respond. Okay, so all in all, what I'm trying to tell you all is that never ever get angry. It's not going to help you. ठीक है भाई, मैं दुनिया का सबसे खराब हूँ, ठीक है, आप कुछ नहीं हो वो भी ठीक है, मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मैं जानता हूँ कि मैं क्या हूँ, आई नो हु एम आई। एंड एंग्री वही लोग होते हैं जो ये नहीं जानते कि वो कौन है। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं आपको आके बोलूंगा कि आप दुनिया की सबसे खूबसूरत लड़की हो, और आपको लगेगा यार कितना अच्छा आदमी है, मेरी तारीफ कर रहा है। वो आके बोलेगा आप दुनिया की सबसे बदसूरत लड़की हो और आप गुस्से में आ जाओगे। तो आपको मेरी तारीफ से खुश नहीं होना चाहिए और उसके क्रिटिसिज्म से आपको उदास नहीं होना चाहिए। आप जानो आप क्या हो। अगर कोई बोलता है खूबसूरत, थैंक यू, आई डोंट थिंक सो बट थैंक यू, ठीक है। वो बोलता है कि आप सबसे खराब हो, ठीक है, ये आपका ओपिनियन है, आई विल ट्राई टू इम्प्रूव, इट्स ओके, जस्ट, एंड दिस विल रियली हेल्प यू, दिस विल रियली हेल्प यू, डू नॉट गो इनटू फाइट एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, कुछ नहीं होने वाला उससे, अपना काम करो, अपनी पढ़ाई, अपनी मस्ती, ओके। सो आई होप, सो इग्नोर, सो डोंट लव, डोंट हेट, इग्नोर। नहीं मतलब अगर आप कहीं करते हो तो okay, so any question from anybody?
No, sir.
I have given an interview. So they asked me, my strength are honest and hardworking person. They explain that.
Yes.
So how
yes.
to explain this?
So we'll come to that, but then again, just because we have asked this question, whatever we have discussed, our strengths or weaknesses and everything, it must come in a form of a story, and that is what we are going to cover in the next lecture. Like in the second lecture, we'll cover that. Okay, there you ask me this question and I will explain it. As of now, we are just doing some basic things. So like it's more of knowing ourselves, knowing our abilities, knowing our weaknesses, so that maybe from today onwards, if we are discussing so much in detail about your strengths and weaknesses, so probably you will go back and you will start little bit working on that. आज सर ने 4 hours ऐसा explain किया यार, how I can be so procrastinator or how I can be so lazy, मैंने इतना फीस दिया है, मेरा MBA होने वाला है, ऐसा सिचुएशन है, तो यार नहीं अब तो पढ़ना चाहिए, सर से पूछना चाहिए। मे बी यू विल ऑल्सो फील दैट नहीं सर बहुत अच्छे से बात की है, उन्होंने हमें कॉन्फिडेंस दिया, मे बी नेक्स्ट टाइम आप आगे कुछ क्वेश्चन भी पूछ सकते हो कि नहीं आप ठीक, मतलब वो बंदा ठीक ठाक सा है, चलो उससे कुछ पूछ ही लेते हैं। तो दैट इज मोर ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट वी आर डूइंग टुडे। ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द सेकेंड टूल, and the second tool is time chart. Now why I am discussing about time chart, because see, you know, in today's time we have a lot of distractions. Do you really feel that we have a lot of distractions?
Yes, sir.
Like
Social media. Social media.
Social media. Are you there on social media?
Yes.
So you know that it's a distraction, but still you are there, right? So and the kind of life, again there is a lot of complexity, you know, we don't know what is happening, college will happen or not, we all are into multitasking kind of things and all. So the time management is very important, and in time management the first step is to have a fixed or a regular timetable. In the last 2.5 years everybody has lost that timetable attitude because of this COVID and all. Classes online only, offline only, hybrid only, abhi only, baad mein only. Okay, so and in a way what we have seen is that you do not have control over time, and even I have experienced it personally, that you know, like maybe many times at home and all, I will, so I'm doing something, and if I have to, like I generally do not wear any watch and all, so okay, so I have to see what is the time in my mobile. For example, now I will unlock it and I will do everything, then I will keep it, and then after half an hour or 45 minutes I realize यार मैंने फोन क्यों उठाया था, ओह टाइम देखने के लिए, टाइम तो देखा ही नहीं। So this is the kind of, you know, this is the kind of attributes that we have developed. And trust me, in life, if you really want to do something good, you must have control over your time. And for that, let us have a fixed timetable. So maybe this is the amount of time I'm going to study. This is the amount of time I'm going to have some social activity. This is the amount of time in a week I will spend on my personal grooming, maybe party, maybe anything. Maybe this is the amount of time I'm going to give to my college activities. So you really need to have a track of everything, so that at least you can measure after a week or 3 days, 4 days, that actually where you are spending your time. So maybe if, and see, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Okay. Now let us do one thing. Everybody takes out your mobile phone. Everybody, please take out your mobile phone. Now go to something called as, there is something called as digital balance. Go to settings. In settings, go to something called as digital well-being or digital balance. Settings, in settings, try to find out digital well-being. Okay, you got it? Yes. So give me your phone. So now see, he has so since morning, he has 22 unlocks. Okay. And he has received 137 notifications. Now these 137 notifications are something, so it means you have been disturbed 137 times. Because every time you go to notification, you try to see what is the message or what is the information, right? Then he has spent approximately 1 hour 46. Still, it's very reasonable at his age of the kind of age he has. It's still reasonable. But then most of the time he spent on Snapchat. Now I don't know what is Snapchat till now. Somebody told me to install it. I said no. WhatsApp is enough. Okay. And then again, there are so many things, but then the idea is, it is a kind of reflection. So if you go to my phone, you know, like my phone, I have something called as screen time. So the moment I complete 4 hours, because every day we have to see students concern. अभी किसी का फोन आएगा, सर मैं इंटरव्यू में बैठा हूँ, थोड़ा ये बता दो, मैं मैसेज कर रहा हूँ, तो करना पड़ता. बट द मोमेंट द 4 hours that I complete, my screen automatically gets back, or whatever you say. I mean, yeah, please. Right? So it gives me an indication that today I have used this phone for 4 hours or so. Now, this is how you get an idea, and probably then you need to find out the solution, because I cannot say that you uninstall Snapchat or WhatsApp and all, because that's your personal choice. You know what is important for you. But then definitely it gives you an idea. ये ठीक वैसा ही है जैसे सिगरेट पे लिखा रहता है कि सिगरेट पीना स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक है. अब बाकी ठीक है, आपकी चॉइस है, आप पीना चाहते हो आप पियो, कोई आपको रोकेगा नहीं. ठीक है. So please get control over time. आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि आपका टाइम कहाँ जा रहा है. And we really need to do this because of a lot of distraction that we have because of social media, because of everything, just this attitude of getting everything on just on a click of a button or so. Right? So this is about time chart. Any question here? Any question? Okay, no question. So what we are going to do, because most of you have to go for restroom and also, we'll take a break and then let us come back till 4:20. Is that okay? Yes. Online students?
Sir, how much time break is?
We are coming back at 4:20. 4:20.
Okay, sir.
4:26.
No, again, if you need, we can take a small break. But then I think I just take a break only after 1.5 hours and all. बार ब्रेक लेने से जो आपका एक फ्रीक्वेंसी होता है. सी मेरे साथ एक प्रॉब्लम है that I do not come with any fixed slides. So most of our interactions are based on your input. So it's a more of discussion kind of thing. The more and more intense discussion we are having, the more and more learning will happen. Otherwise क्या, मैं आपको 4 फार्मूले एक्सप्लेन करके मैं चल दूंगा, ये तो half an hour होता है. Okay. Online students. So any question? No, sir. Question. Anybody want to say something?
No, sir.
So now I'm going to discuss about Okay. So can you see my screen? Students, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
What is written?
Elevator pitch.
Elevator pitch. Now, what is an elevator? What is an elevator? Can somebody tell me? Lift. Okay. What else?
A staircase.
Okay. And what it does for you?
It takes us up.
Right. So on the same format, we have something called as elevator pitch. Now what happens that in a very short span of time, maybe within a minute or so, we have to create an impact for ourselves. We have to create an impact for ourselves because people do not have that much of time. Right? So, and generally, every place, everywhere where you go, people ask you, who are you? Tell me something about yourself. So this is the answer to that question is an opportunity for us to create a space for ourselves. Right? And the format or the term that we use for that is called as elevator pitch. So maybe in response to that who am I should say something that person get, attached to me. Or I'm able to create that interest where he wants to know more about me. So how many of you know that there is something called as, these movies, they have something called as teaser. Then there is something called as trailer. So what they do through that teaser and trailer? But how they attract? What they do actually? Create suspense. Hype of the movie.
Gives us the glimpse of a story.
Glimpse of the story. So should I say that they generally create a curiosity in your mind? Katappa ne Bahubali ko kyun mara? And like throughout the year, this was a buzz kind of thing. Oh, so Katappa ne Bahubali ko kyun mara? और हम इंडियंस इतने सिंसियर हैं कि जैसे मूवी रिलीज हुई आधा से अधिक इंडिया थिएटर में, भाई मारा क्यों, मुझे आज पहले दिन नहीं जाना. So this teaser and these trailers, they create curiosity in the mind of the listener, that audience. Same way, we have to create that curiosity in the mind of the listener so that, oh, what a charming personality. Okay, so do you do something like this? Right? And then probably you build that communication. Then you try to explore, then you try to know what else what is your personality side and everything. And then probably in that process, we are able to develop a rapport. Okay, so elevator pitch is a constructed introduction speech. And why we say it's a constructed speech? Because generally we have this habit of saying anything about us on our own whims and fancies as and when we want. But we want to bring a professionalism in that. We want to make it more professional, right? And we want to alter it in a way that it suits the situation. So if I'm going for a job, the construction of this speech will be different. If I'm going to a marriage party, the introduction of this speech will be, the construction of the speech will be different. When I'm going for a seminar or a conference, the construction of the speech will be different because I have to match the occasion, right? So it is a constructed introduction speech. It is more of a quick synopsis of your background and experience. This is, we are talking from a job perspective. Okay. So you want to tell this interviewer that what is your experience and what is your background in terms of your education and all. Then this speech is all about you, who you are, what you do, and what you want to do. So who am I? That is what you are telling, what you have done, and what you want to do. So we need to establish this, and then probably they will hire you. And that's why they ask you this question, why we should hire you. So we have to give the glimpse of that in our introduction speech. It gives the listener an overview of you in a compelling way. So it's more of interesting, and it's create that impression about you. It is used everywhere. It is used to build your network, land a job, or connect with new colleagues on your first day of your work. Right? And that's why we see in our college life or at many places, there are few people who get, they are well known, people are around them, and we are like, yaar 6 mahine khatam ho gaye, mera to koi dosti nahi bana. Right? So it's all about that connectivity that somehow you have not been able to establish yourself in a compelling way. Elevator pitch comes in hand when the interviewer asks you the question, tell me about yourself. Okay, and this is the first question. And trust me, this is very important. Now, I should also tell you that through the answer of this question, that tell me about yourself, you have all the liberty, you have all the freedom to set the tone of the interview. Whatever you will say through this answer, that is going to push, or that is going to create the way forward for the interviewer to ask questions. You are getting my point? Now what goes in an elevator pitch? So how we can create? So we follow a formula called IBC, that is introduction, body, and conclusion. Now, what are the characteristics of elevator pitch? So it should be very brief, not more than 90 seconds. Okay. The vision statement of your life. So what is that statement that defines your life? What kind of vision you have? So that is something. It should be persuasive. So each and every word that you are using, it should be persuasive. It should be very convincing for the interviewer that no, this is the best guy. This is the best guy. It should emphasize on skills. You should be talking about your skills. Now, what kind of skills you will be talking about? You will be talking about those skills which are discussed in the job profile. So maybe if you are going for a job for a different profile and you have read through that skills, so probably that is what you need to talk. If you are going for the next job, so your elevator pitch will little vary as per the need of that company. You should talk about your goals. Okay. And why you should talk about your goals? You should talk about your goals because it gives a similarity. The interviewer wants to see the similarity, the kind of goal you have for your career and the kind of goal that company has for itself. If they are the same, they will hire you. Right? So if you want to go to Chikloon and if the bus is going to Mumbai, you will not board the bus. Right? So same thing. And you should talk about belief system. What is the belief system? Your confidence and your attitude of and your credentials of the past that gives you this confidence that you will be able to do this. So we say no, that I have done this in the past. So I'm confident that I will be able to do this. So that belief system that yes, I have done something like this in the past. So I believe I will be able to do this as well. So in the boundary of this, on the perimeter of this, with the ingredients of these things, we need to create an elevator pitch. And the formula is introduction, body, message, and conclusion. So maybe you should start with say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I belong to Ratnagiri and I come from a family of 4. My father is so-and-so, my mother is so-and-so. right? When I was in class 9th, I got an opportunity to read about commerce, and I really got interested in this subject. Okay, and I thought this is the area where I'm going to work. With this thing in my mind, I opted for commerce in 12th, and I opted for my BCom, and I have gained expertise around this. I have completed one certification course from Marticus, where I have learned about your skills, right? I have been performing instruments or whatever the kind of nature you have throughout my academics, and I look forward to work for a company like yours where I can utilize my these skills and help company grow. I want to see myself as a vice president in next 5 years under your able guidance. So, in a way, if you see, you have covered everything. Maybe somewhere you can add if you have done something, if you are a sports person, you have participated in any district level, state level games or anything worth mentioning, that is also you can bring it. Right? And with a mix of all these things, you can create your elevator pitch. Now, any question if you have? Any question? Any question from anybody? No question. Okay. So what I want is that each one of you should create your own elevator pitch, and then those who are here in the class, they will come here and present, and those who are online, they will switch on their camera and they will present their elevator pitch. Is that okay? Yes. How much time you need to prepare? Hmm? 15. What? He started preparing. How much time you need? Okay. Online issuance. How much time you need? So we will start at 5:15. Okay. Online issuance, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So online or offline first? Just a second. Huh? Okay. So who is going to be the first one? Vikrant?
Yes, sir.
So should we start with you?
Yes, sir. It's okay.
Yeah. Switch on your camera and go ahead.
So can I start?
Yeah.
My name is Vikrant. I am from Buldhana. I have a family of 15 members. I have a joint family. Talking about my educational background, I have done my graduation in BE Electronics. After that, I have done my postgraduate diploma in management in finance. Based on that, my post graduation, I got placed in ICICI Prudential, but I have some priorities regarding to the role that they were going to offer me. So I refused the offer and I started working in my family business of tax consultancy. From last 2 years, I am working as a tax consultant and investment advisor in my own business. And now I wanted to switch my career, so I started to take this class and move towards what I have learned in the MBA Finance.
Okay. Vikrant, you are in offline batch or online batch?
So actually, I am in an offline batch, but I have to relocate to Pune. So I asked for a few days to relocate in Pune. So that's why I am doing this online class right now.
Okay. So when you are here, we'll meet and discuss. Okay.
Yes.
We need to improve on your content part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Mohit, are you there? Go ahead. We are not able to hear you.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Myself, Mohit Singh Pawar. I'm from, I belong from Indore, the city in Madhya Pradesh. I completed my studies from a university in Indore only. And now I'm looking further to get a job in a good firm in the field of investment banking. So I have joined the MRTS. I come from a family of 4. My father is a police inspector and my mother is a housewife. And I have a brother who is currently studying commerce only. I have a bachelor's completed in business management with a specialization in international business from Devi Allai Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. With the first division. I didn't get a good opportunity to work from there, so I have joined ShivOps course from MRTS. After completing the course, I am expecting a good job with a nice placement in a reputable firm where I can excel and excel myself and grow. Thank you.
So don't say nice job with good placement and all.
Yeah.
Rather be specific, you know. Either you define it, because see, whatever you mean by nice, for me that nice will be a little different. Right? So be specific. But yeah, good effort. Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, Harshad.
Hello everyone, myself Harshad Dattadre Suike. I'm from Big One village, which is in Pune district. I've done my BCom from TC College Baramati. I'm a recent BCom graduate with specialization in cost and works accounting. I've enrolled myself into the ShivOps course for grooming myself professionally. By this course, I will get more knowledge and value, which will help me to grow ahead in my career. In my family, there are 3 members, me, my brother and my mother. My mother is a government servant and my brother is in 12th standard. My hobbies are watching movies, playing cricket. Thank you.
Very good. Suyog?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Suyog Lade. I am from Jalgaon. I did my graduation in BBA from MJ College, and I recently completed my MBA in finance. I am got a second prize in district level marathon, and I am now currently doing investment banking course at Imatica for a good job in a reputed organization.
Okay, so yeah, please come.
Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Chandra. I am from Ahmednagar. I have completed my post-graduation in MBA in 2021 in specialization finance from AISSMS I1 Pune, and also completed my graduation in BCom from Ahmednagar College in 2008. My last year project was an SIP project I have done in internship in Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance Company in sales, debit equity insurance sector. I have also done extracurricular. I have done an anchoring in session happened in the college, and also one activities in skit play. We have won the prize in the competition. I have also done the coordinator for days in the management, and also done an extra course like in Tally, ERP, and SAP in FICO. And my also coming to my family, my father is retired, and my mother is a housewife, and my sister is in graphic design. And and my hobbies are travel. Thank you.
Not good. Okay. So whenever you get time, for example, we said 20 minutes. There was no hurry to complete it in 5 minutes. You should have invested those 20 minutes. There is a lot of the chronology is not proper. So you're talking about your qualification, then coming back to your family, again going back to something else. Right? So try to organize it in a very defined manner. It should be very defined in a way that what you are talking first, what I have to talk second, what I will talk later on. That has to be there. Okay.
Hello everyone. Good evening. First of all, I am very privileged to introduce myself here. My name is Venkatesh Karawa. I am from Ichalkaranji and currently living in Pune. I have done my graduation in BCom from the University of Pune. Currently, I am pursuing MBA from Sierra Institute of Management. It's under the University of Pune. Apart from this, I have done certification course from Imarticus Institute, where I learn about all aspects of the investment banking. Apart from my academics, I have involved in the many extracurricular activities like playing cricket at a district level, where I won the best wicketkeeper award. I also love to make memes and let people laugh over it. My family has been always supportive to me in every decision that I have made. My career objective is to I want to work with the people. My career objective is to I want to work with the like-minded people who want to work for the excellence. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Myself, Sanket Sanjay Sagar. I belong to agriculture family, and I completed.
So I come from agriculture family.
Yes, I'm come from agriculture family. I completed my graduation in BSc Agriculture in 2019. Then I will join one company, Syngenta.
I joined one company.
For project related in college. Then I will place in HDFC Bank as a.
I was placed in HDFC Bank.
I was placed in HDFC Bank as a.
So will is for future.
Yes. Then I will completed 6 months in HDFC Bank. They have some related like opportunity in investment banking. My friend said me, you enter this position. Then I search for that in investment banking. Then I will join civil program. And my family belong to all agriculture activity. My father is passed away, and my mother is a housewife, and all responsibility in my hand. And I now my income source is from agriculture. So I will find in opportunity in investment banking.
So we'll work on this. We really need to improve a lot of things. Okay.
Myself, Yashmara Mursid. I am from Dhule.
You are from Dhule. Which district? It is a district.
Dhule district.
It is which part of Maharashtra?
Nasik.
Acha, near Nashik.
North Maharashtra.
Okay.
I have completed BCom in North Maharashtra University last year, and in my family, 3 members. My father passed away in 12 years.
When you were 12?
No, I am 6.
Okay, you were 6.
My mother is housewife and my brother is work at PS Bank Limited, and I have studied in a CIVA class in Pune.
How did you come to know about this?
My brother's friend. He visited to it, and
so are you understanding the things?
Yes,
कोई प्रॉब्लम है? यहाँ पे किसी साथ रहते हो?
अंकल रहते यहाँ पे
बड़ा बहुत करना चाहिए, कुछ गलत करोगे तो फिर
नहीं सर, अंकल के पास रहते हैं।
ठीक है। You have come all the way from Dhule and अदर भी नहीं है, ब्रदर ने आपको सपोर्ट किया है ना? He has paid the fees and all. No compromise. मैं आपको स्पेशली देखूंगा, अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी तो मैं आपको डांटूंगा, मारूंगा, ठीक है? तो स्टडी करो, चलो ऑल द बेस्ट।
Hi all. My name is Rachna Patel. I'm basically from Varda. I did the graduation in BA Economics from SC College of Pune and post-graduation in MSc Agribusiness Economics from Gokul Institute of Politics and Economics. Also, I have a 6-month working experience. I worked as a research assistant at Gokul Institute as for project IWMP, which is an integrated watershed management program. And I have 4 family members, including me. So my father is a farmer and brother is a software engineer working at Kickstarter. And mother is housewife. My goal is to place at a good investment bank like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley.
You know, just to let you know that one of our students, her name is Vaishnavi Chaurasia, very remote of UP. She was our student and she got and BA Economics and she got placed in JPMC on a package of 7 lakhs. But trust me, the kind of effort, the kind of hard work that lady has done, like hey, she comes from UP, मतलब वो जहाँ से आती है मैं जानता हूँ, ठीक है? और she used to do her classes online. Her father was her father has this departmental store, मतलब बहुत छोटी सी shop. But then the kind of effort, everything, I mean, yeah, and you know, 3 days back, she has represented Emarticus in BHU. BHU is one of the topmost universities of India. It's in Varanasi. So the Emarticus people has gone there for a seminar, for a conference, and she was invited there to speak on behalf of Emarticus. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you have the opportunity. Okay, आप कितना मेहनत करते हो, आप कितना अपने आप उस प्रोसेस में इन्वॉल्व करते हो, राइट? सो दैट विल हेल्प यू वेरी गुड.
Hello everyone, myself Shweta Satish Savan. I belong from Chittoor, Ratnagiri. I have 4 members in my family. My father works at Sandvik Isha Private Limited, and my mother is a housewife. I have a younger brother who is currently pursuing diploma in computer science. And I have recently done my BCom from SP College in 2021, and I'm currently pursuing MCom Part 1 and also pursuing the CIBOR course, looking for a good opportunity ahead in a topmost investment bank. My ultimate goal in my life is to become a CEO, and my hobbies are painting and singing.
Okay, which kind of songs?
Generally, old songs or Bollywood songs.
So can you just 2 lines for us? Right, it's okay. Yeah, take your time.
This is the song from film Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. So, Shame
Very good, fantastic. Yeah, please come. You must be feeling light. No?
Yeah. Myself, question is included, and I belong to Nagpur.
I belong to
Nagpur, and I have 3 members in family. My mother is housewife, and my brother D.Pharm pursuing. And I complete the MBA in finance in 2019, and 2017 MCom and 2015 BCom in commerce background.
Okay.
I'm from Thailand. I'm 22 years of age. I'm from Pune. We are just completed my DBRB degree from Smart Performance. I'm also third time black belt in Taekwondo and also perform at national level. My ultimate career goal is to become best in investment banking sector. I became passionate about it after watching a movie called Wall Street. So now I have taken a step towards my industry. I think by joining the articles here, I would like to learn more about investment banking.
Okay. So sorry,
how to improve our English?
Okay, so how to improve your English? Let us come to that. Just a second. So the first thing is that probably you try to speak in English, irrespective of what people are saying to you, what kind of views they have. So that is one thing. The second thing you can start doing is that every day in the evening, every day before going to your bed, what you have to do is that you have to summarize your entire day. So take your smartphone, put your camera on and record everything that you are saying. So maybe, oh, hi. So today it is 29th of March, one of the best days in my life. Today I started at 6 a.m. in the morning. I went for a walk. After that, when I came back at around 7:30 or so, I had my breakfast. I spoke to my dad. He asked me to pay this electricity bill. Then I had to come to MRTCus for my classes. I asked my dad if I can take my bike today, and he said no, he has to go somewhere. So he asked me to come through this Pune Manpa buses. I hate Manpa buses, but then no option. So I took that bus. I came there. Today I had classes on derivatives. So Siddharth sir was my trainer. He taught me this. It was really a very interesting class. Vis-a-vis bad class, choice is yours. Okay. I met my friends. We discussed after the class. We were there for some time. We discussed that how we can progress, what all we can learn. And then I left from my classes. Today the lecture was really very good. I went for a shopping in the evening. I got vegetables, whatever things from a place. I had my dinner. Now I'm going to study for another 2 hours. Today I'm going to study about this. So thank you for everything. I hope tomorrow will be a better day for me again. Thank you. Good night. We start doing this on a daily basis. You will see just after a week, maybe 10 days, you will see a lot of changes in yourself. And don't only do this and record things. Whenever you get time, try to watch your own videos rather than watching Netflix. आपका Netflix का सब्सक्रिप्शन कब खत्म हो रहा है? अच्छा, मतलब अभी रिन्यू नहीं किया, रिन्यू कर लेना चाहिए. So it's better to watch ourselves than those heroes and heroines, right? So this is one way. The second is that we have a lot of these music apps, maybe Spotify or they have a lot of podcasts. Just try with the choice of your topics and all, try to listen, try to watch, try to understand. And then moreover, watch a lot of interviews. From the interviews, you really learn a lot of things. Many things you observe and learn. So, like one of the interviews that I have seen many interviews, but one of the interviews that changed my life was the interview of Mr. Sunil Bharti Mittal, the CEO and the founder of Airtel. I saw his interview and it's really changed my life. And I still remember from his interview in 2005, where he said that, maybe 10 years down the line, people are going to fight for data. This telephone or this mobile will not be only about communication, but it will be much more than that. And I saw that happening. So whenever I see, I relate to that interview, that gentleman, he has visualized this years long back. I mean, so that is the kind of vision they have. So when you watch such interviews, you really get a lot of ideas, right? Make sure, and trust me, do not watch any of these stupid TV channels. If you want to watch anything, CNBC is there. That too, the English one. Okay? Maybe the way in the morning. So in the morning, you are having your breakfast or anything and just seeing that how they're analyzing the stocks and all. Aaj ka ye stock acha chalega, tomorrow this and this, yesterday this was the fall. So you really learn a lot. And I say one thing. That when you are bored, you try to watch some videos related to this stock market or like interviews and all. When you are very happy, you study theoretical concepts. So when you are sad, watch again these interviews or these videos related to this. If you are very happy, read. So कुछ भी हो, चाहे आप बहुत आपको happiness हो, बहुत sad हो, जो भी हो, पढ़ाई करना है. Because I know one thing, that the day you get your offer letter, and it's not easy, let me tell you. आपको लोगों ने बहुत कुछ बोला होगा, बहुत सुनते होंगे. I always believe that education is not an easy thing. It requires your involvement. It requires that grilling. ठीक है? वो गोल्ड जो आज आप पहने हो, वो कितने टेम्परेचर्स के बीच से कैसे निकला है और कैसे हमारे बॉडी तक पहुंचा है, वो गोल्ड ही जानता है. इसलिए उसकी वैल्यू बहुत ज्यादा है. ठीक है? आपको उस प्रोसेस से जाना है. You can never say that ये तो बहुत आसान है, it will happen like that. No, that process is there. You have to go through that process. The sooner you go, the sooner your life will be easy. The more delay, then the more delay in success, so you will be suffering. Okay? So please be alert, be focused, study, follow these 2-3 things that what I have said. It will really help you. Later on, we'll give you some more tips on that. Okay, but first follow this. Now, any question from anybody? No question. You know why you don't have any question? You know why you don't have any questions? Because of two things. Either I teach in excellent manner, or either I teach in the worst manner. So what I should think? You are not asking question because you don't imagine. And if you don't imagine, you don't create. And if you don't create, you will be same. And if you are same, nobody will hire you. Because अगर ऐसा होता तो तब तक आपको हायर कर चुका होता, फिर आप यहाँ क्यों आते? Okay. So you have to imagine like, yeah, what all I have to study. Like, for example, you said that I'm not able to speak, or maybe I need some support in English, all these things. Likewise, what else I need to prepare? How sooner I can start this? I don't have that much of time, you know. So the time is passing by. What else so that is something you have to think. What kind of role I will get? What kind of things I will get? Which kind of concept is better for me? Whether I should focus on derivatives, whether I should focus on TLC, whether I should focus on AML, KYC, how my BCom is going to help me, how my agriculture background is going to help me. All these things, you should be in conversation with yourself. You should be in conversation with yourself. And the one reason that you are not asking questions because you don't talk to yourself. Trust me, you do not talk to yourself. Okay, so talk to yourself. अपने आप से बात करो. This is your biggest enemy. Trust me. In spite of all the good things that we get from this is the biggest enemy. Okay, so इसको थोड़ा अपने से दूर रखो. अपने आप से बात करो, अपने बारे में सोचो, उसको देखो. अगर कोई बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है तब इसको जाओ, इसमें गूगल करो या सर्च करो. ठीक है, तो अपने साथ आप टाइम बिताओ, अपने से बात करो और अपने से बोल के बात करो. मे बी आपका कोई बालकनी है, रूफटॉप है, उस पर चले जाओ, कॉफी ले लो, चाय ले लो, जो भी आपको है. वॉकिंग करो, बात करो, नज़ारों को देखो, उनको डिफाइन करो. You are getting my point? Because this is very important. Create means creativity, right? So this is it. If anything is there, you can ask me. Online students, please do let me know if anything.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
so thank you. Yeah.
Sir, I have an issue other than this class. So can we discuss here or?
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, it's with Siddharth, sir. Sir, I was in WD06 where the faculty trainer was Amit, sir. So, sir, due to some reasons, I was unable to attend after level 1. And now I have joined the WD10. So, but I am finding it little difficult with Siddharth, sir. Its interaction is very less and the pattern of explanation is also different.
Okay, so
Mohit is going with the PPT kind of pattern, and it's very less interactive.
So I think he had just conducted one lecture, right?
Yeah.
So it's more of theory. It's more of theory. So he has to go by that PPT and all, right? But I believe if you spend some little more time, because he's taking CBOP 9, CBOP 10, CBOP 45, CBOP 46. So as of now, he's handling 4 batches, and the feedback is really
maybe I have studied with Amit sir. That's why I'm.
So see, Mohit, just a second.